You listening to me, Neo? Or were you looking at the woman in the red dress?
I was.
Look again.
When people heard that Michael Tellinger was coming back on the show, a lot of people were bringing up the flat Earth.
Yes.
And so when I talked about global elite, global strategies,
Yes.
that assumes that the Earth's a globe.
Yes.
We don't have a lot of time, but do you have any thoughts on the flat Earth topic?
Yeah, Russell, I was introduced to this flat Earth theory about 2.5 years ago now, and my response to it was like most people: what a bunch of idiots! Are they insane? This is just another infiltration to try and make the New Age movement or the spiritual world. It's to infiltrate and make them look like a bunch of idiots. And I didn't even give it a second thought. I just thought it was a bunch of idiots. What I then did, because it kept coming on my radar, I thought, well, let me look at some of these things, what they say. And then I found very distinctly two areas of information. One which was feeding me some interesting scientific facts, and others which were clearly trolls to try and undermine and destabilize and make everybody look stupid. But obviously, I approach everything with a scientific perspective, and I want to know what's going on. And I've also reached the conclusion that everything we've been told is a lie, and I mean that. Everything from our knowledge of from religion to knowledge of science and technology to quantum physics, to everything we've been told and learned at school, taught at school, is a lie. And the history of our planet, everything's been manipulated, and we pretty much got to start from scratch. And so I approached the flat Earth from that perspective. Well, what if there's some semblance of truth in this? What if the ancient cultures that speak about a flat Earth, and what about all these ancient images that we get shown about the flat Earth, have more to it than meets the eye? So I started looking at it, and to my surprise, I started finding some very serious problems with the ball Earth theory, and a lot of interesting arguments that suggest that we need to investigate this a lot deeper. And for example, I found with the whole curvature thing, the global curvature thing has two elements to it. The one is that from your position of view, if you're standing on a giant ball, you're not going to see curvature anyway. There's going to be a line around you, all the way around you, that from your perspective is as far as you can see. So anyone that suggests that you're going to see a curvature of the Earth from your perspective, they haven't thought it through, and they haven't given it any scientific evaluation. However, curvature in terms of looking into the distance and figuring out whether there is any curvature, well, that was a shock to the system. I always believed that ships disappeared over the edge, and onto the ocean, in the ocean over the edge. And then I started researching that and listening to people from the military and the Navy talking about missiles that they, surface-to-surface missiles that they shoot line of sight, 80 miles into the distance, line of sight, and basically saying, look, if I can't see it, I can't shoot at it. And I'm shooting at something 80 miles away, so clearly there can't be any curvature. So that started, made me pay attention to this. And at the time, I also started looking at the globe Earth model as in the magnetic terms, and the whole thing of gravity. The fact that gravity has never been explained, it remains the most mysterious aspect of science and physics today. Nobody can explain what gravity is. It's this invisible magical force that sucks everything to a ball. They can't really explain it. They observe what they call gravity, but they can't really explain it. And I started looking at the magnetic effect, and my research into the origins of humankind, the origins of everything in creation, and my understanding of sound resonance, how sound and resonance is the source of everything. And when you read ancient scripture, when you read all ancient civilizations, they all share the same common denominator. Everything emerges, everything in creation comes out of the primordial sound and resonance of the creator or the creative source. So it is the sound and resonance that give rise to magnetic fields, and moving magnetic fields give rise to electricity and electromagnetic fields. And I started looking at that linear scientific understanding of our nature of reality and the electromagnetic universe that is actually the magnetoelectric universe, and getting a deeper understanding of that, and then realizing that the magnetic model of our Earth does not stand to scrutiny of magnetic field studies. And that suddenly started, making me examine and question the ball Earth theory in deeper scientific with deeper scientific questions. And then you look further at the Michelson-Morley experiment that was very clearly hidden and from sight, because it clearly shows that the Earth does not move through space, which is something I never knew. I did not know that. I always believed that the Earth moved around the sun and everything was spinning and moving and traveling through space at millions of miles an hour. I always accepted what I was told by my teachers. Once again, I had to remind myself that everything we've been told is a lie. So, could the flat Earth versus ball Earth theory be one of those lies that we were told? At this stage, I have my own theories on this, but I also discovered the moment I started sharing my theories from a scientific perspective, I came under such venomous attack from people that I decided to bury it and just not talk about it, because I like to discuss everything and anything, and I invite everyone into the Ubuntu movement, and I expect people in the Ubuntu movement to be open-minded and be prepared to discuss everything and be rational about it and evaluate everything to the best of our ability. But I came under such venomous attack from people everywhere that I realized that this is maybe not the right time to start talking about the flat Earth, because as scientific as I want to be about it, some people are just not ready to discuss it. And I realized that it has become the holiest cow, even holier than the money issue. And so for now, it's more important for us to save the world from economic slavery and find a new way out of this enslavement system that we're all born into, than worrying about whether the Earth is flat or a ball. As soon as we freed ourselves from the enslavement situation that we are in, all that stuff will come out of the woodwork in any case.